Hey guys, quick announcement before to start off the video. I want to say I hope everyone is out there staying safe because of the whole coronavirus situation going on right now. So right now Michigan is actually in a stay-in-home policy right now. We're under like a lockdown pretty much. Don't leave your house unless necessary. So I still have tons of Focus and Miata content actually pre-recorded already, so I will be able to edit and upload those for a little while before I have to start making more content. So I'll be staying safe and I'll still be providing content for you guys. Also, because of this whole situation where we're locked down for about 3 weeks, my friend Devin, Sperling Media, his link for his channel will be in the description. He's going to be live streaming Minecraft for the next about 3 weeks every day from about 10 p.m. to about midnight Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to watch me play Minecraft with him, then go ahead and click that link in the description. Alright, enjoy the video. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it a ton. So guys, if you haven't seen in the last Mazda Miata video, obviously I got some work done to it. I got a rear main seal done. The reason why I didn't do it was because you can't see it right now, but I can see my breath, and I am not about to pull a transmission, which I've never done before, just FYI. I'm not about to pull a transmission when I can see my breath. That being said, if you can't tell by the thumbnail, I have a lot of goodies for the car. So because it's kind of in the dark, I'm going to use a flashlight over here. Okay, so as you can see on the bottom, on the little cartridge box right there, I've got a transmission output seal. Right next to that, I've got a cam angle sensor O-ring. I've got a shift fork boot or dust cover. I got an oil filter. I got Permatex thread locker and Permatex gasket maker. I got 4 quarts of 10W30 oil. I've got a pump for fluid. And then in the back here, 2 quarts of 75/90 and 1 quart of 80/90. Cam angle sensor O-ring because my cam angle sensor O-ring is leaking. Transmission output seal on the left over here. That's because my transmission output seal is leaking. Transmission fork boot because the cam angle sensor leak caused the boot right there to start to swell up because of all the oil. Got the filter and 4 quarts of oil because I'm doing an oil change. 80/90 is for the differential, and then the 75/90 is for the transmission. I'll be running full synthetic Valvoline. I'm also going to try something different. I'm going to put a GoPro on my head and see how that angle works out. I'm going to do that for all the top side stuff. I'm not really going to do that for the bottom side stuff because it's already hard enough to see down there. Stick this here. Brake fluid, that also does need to be changed. If you can't tell, it's a little brown, but I will get to that in the future. I'm going to start with the cam angle sensor. Also, I apologize if this turns out like crap. This is something I'm trying for the first time, so I need to get to my cam angle sensor, which is actually back here. I'm just going to kind of inscribe right here where the sensor was, or the sensor's lined up. I hate these kind of plugs. I can never figure out how to unplug them. Okay, I struggled a ton with these. I hate plugs like this, I'm not gonna lie, but they're all over cars because they're easier. So I took off the camera off my head as well because I just was so frustrated with it. The bolt is either very long, or I don't know what. Look at that, that is disgusting, so I need to clean that up a little bit. But I gotta figure out how to get this out of here. Who thought this was a good idea to put this in such a tight little spot? Okay, so I inscribed it, but my inscriptions are gone, which f***s me. And this has to go in a certain way, which I can't remember if it was this way or if it was this way. So now I need to make some phone calls. Okay, so I learned some things. So obviously, if you can't tell, this is definitely leaking some oil. You can actually see that the gasket is pretty bad. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean this up a little bit, and then I'm gonna replace the gasket, and then we'll figure out how to get this thing back in. So I actually just want to show you how bad this gasket was, if it focuses correctly. So the gasket was actually so old and so bad that when I was trying to pull it off, it actually just completely snapped off. It actually kind of feels like plastic, which is ridiculous because this should be a rubber gasket. So that's kind of crazy. So you can see some more oil, so I'm going to clean that up a little bit more and get the new gasket on. Okay, so I figured it out. So I got the new gasket on. I cleaned it up a little bit. I got the new gasket on. I figured out the situation with this guy. So it can only go only go on one way.
One pathetic sob story later.
Okay, huge shout out to my dad. I spent literally 3 hours yesterday trying to get this back in. And I went to bed at like 1 o'clock in the morning and then had to wake up at 6 o'clock for work. It was a pretty rough day today at work. Spent literally 3 hours yesterday trying to get this back in. And I went to bed at like 1 o'clock in the morning and then had to wake up at 6 o'clock for work. It was a pretty rough day today at work. Pulled off the valve cover. We lined it up using the back side. It's not timed. Because I completely screwed up and got really upset yesterday, I don't actually have any scoring marks, so I do have to retime it. But at least the engine will run now. So we're gonna put this back on and we're gonna get to the next thing. Okay, so I have everything back together. I have all of them plugged in. Now if you can see this bracket right here. I could record only the important parts, not show you anything that goes wrong, and just say that everything went perfect. But that's wrong. That's not it's not what's happening at all. And that wouldn't give you something to laugh at later and question why an idiot is working on a car. So here's the situation. This bracket has a ground on it right here, which it's not focusing, but this is a ground right here for the cam angle sensor. Well, if you see right there, that's where it attaches to, okay? And the problem is that bolt broke when I was tightening it back on. How? I don't know. Here's the other end of the bolt. It's the other end of that bolt. So it snapped. So sadly, that's something else I gotta take care of. But I did find a solution. You see there's a ground right there. Right here there's a ground. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this eyelet off there, attach it there, take this ground off, or take this bracket off, and next weekend I'm gonna go over to Greg's house and Greg is gonna drill that out for me and we're gonna fix that problem. Both of the grounds are currently connected to that one spot right there. Now, I do wanna continue to be productive today, so the reason why I got this new shift fork dust cover is because I think you can actually see it from here. Yes, you can. It is disgusting in there. So, I'm trying to think how I can remove the dust cover. I think it's just one bracket bolt. I think I can actually do it from up top here. It's just that one bolt to the right there, and then I can just pull that out. I don't know how well you guys can see, but shift root is removed. I wish you guys understood how much I hate this right now. I wish I had a different wrench. If you can't tell by looking at this why I replaced it, I think you need new eyes, but yeah, it's pretty obvious why I needed to replace this. This is really bad. So it's a really nice day out today. Just decided to just start working on the car instead of picking up the camera. But oh god, you guys can't see in the slightest. But I managed to get the diff drain plug and the diff fill plug loose and undone. The diff fluid is kind of brown and thick, so a good thing I'm doing this. I do have to do the trans eventually. I'll figure that out later. Just in case you guys are ever doing any fills or flushes, always make sure you take off the fill plug first before you take off the drain plug. Because if you can't take off the fill plug, you'll have a real bad day trying to fill up the fluid. As you can see, drain bolts are both back in. Diff is full. Okay, the moment of truth. It's in neutral. We're about to do timing. It wants to start. Hold on. All right, we're giving it a second, but we hooked up a jumper to it. Ready? Oh, I'm scared. Timing is way off. It's idling at like less than 300 RPM. You guys can't even see that. Oh, you can. So, what's it at, timing-wise? Oh, it's super high. Hold on. Okay, let's turn it this way.
Oh, it's going the wrong way.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh God. Come on.
A little more. Right there. No, it's a little.
It's supposed to be at 10. Yep.
On that mark, on that 10.
Yes, on 10. I don't know how well you guys can see it, but so it's at 10, Papa? It's a touch high. Hold on.
No, now you went too far.
Did I? Oh, yeah, big time.
Right there. See?
Yep, it's right at 10.
Now tighten it.
Yep.
While still on.
This was a 12 mil. Okay. I just find it funny. Like, I didn't intend for this to come in during this video, but I guess I'll include it. But my plate came in. Oh, geez. Yes, I got Herschel, so I could not get E's for whatever reason that was not available. I asked him to do one of them as an E and one of them as a 3, and he just put in 2 3s. Whatever, cost money to change it, so it is what it is. All right, there we go. Officially legal to drive with a plate, which I think it looks backwards to you. No, it looks backwards to me on the camera, but it looks fine to you. I'm really terrible at recording this whole process, but I'm also doing an oil change on the car. For those of you who own a Mazda Miata, who thought that was a good idea? Who thought that was possibly a good idea to put an oil filter right there? Of all the places, who do I need to slap? So guys, I did an oil change on the car. I did fluid on the car. I did a cam angle sensor on the car, and I did a timed cam angle sensor on the car. I also got a haircut. For whatever reason, whenever I have multiple days of videos, I keep seeming to get haircuts. I don't know why. So I'm gonna leave it at that as far as the Miata goes for now. I didn't want to do each video as, you know, God, I hate how this camera focuses sometimes. I didn't want to do like a video on the rear diff. I didn't want to do a video on just the cam angle sensor, or just, well, the cam angle sensor and timing it could have been its own video because I struggled with it for so damn long. But I didn't want to do a video on just the oil change for the car. So, and I definitely didn't want to do a video on just that amazing license plate that may or may not say my name on it, so. The transmission fluid and the rear output seal I have to do at Greg's house. Sorry for all the struggling and all the weird, you know, as far as whether or not I am or am not recording and what I did and did not record. But guys, if you did like the video, if you did enjoy the video, there will be a ton more videos on the Miata. The focus content kind of slowed down a little bit. I don't know if I ever mentioned it, but I put the focus back on the Snowflakes. I actually prefer it that way. I put a set of all-season tires on the Snowflakes. The reason for that being was I was planning on putting some really sticky summer tires on the Focus, and I was going to autocross the hell out of this car. Well, because I ended up buying the Miata, my plan now, now what's happening in reality is, change the lighting, perfect. Now what's happening is the Miata is gonna get sticky summer tires. I'm actually gonna go be picking them up today, so that'll be the next video. So it's getting summer sticky tires, and I'm gonna be tracking this at Waterford Hills. I'm not planning on doing any autocross in this car. I don't know what the plan is as far as autocross in this car. I have a friend who's very interested, and I might be letting that friend take it and autocross it, but I will not be autocrossing it. And then the Focus just got an all-season set instead of having a winter and a summer set, because I don't need a winter set anymore for it if I've got all seasons, if that makes sense to all of you. But guys, if you did enjoy the video, make sure to like, comment. There will be so much more Miata content, so definitely make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and guys, I will see you in the next video.